Our friend Herman Sonny Young is from Washington, is waiting to join in the discussion. So let's just go straight to Washington and have our man Sonny Young, and let's have a chat with him. A lot of interesting things to talk about. Hello, Sonny.
Hello, Yemi, and hello to Austin. Great to hear him talking about the channel's National Kids Cup, Yemi. Before you went on the air, I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I saw some wonderful photos that Austin posted with one of the teams from Ghana at the channel's National Kids Cup. And Austin looked like he was having a lot of fun, Yemi, out there with the kids.
All right, so, I mean, you've seen the pictures. Let me just engage you a little. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the kids, and you just want to think that the future is bright for Nigerian football.
Yeah, I think it's a great competition, Yemi, and kudos to Channels for this endeavor. I think it's a great developmental competition for the teams in Nigeria, and I think it's a great tournament. And I salute Channels for this, and Austin is right out there with the children. So yeah, great job by all of you there at Channel Sports.
All right, let's just keep talking about football. The FIFA Under-20 World Cup, United States. Well, in this part of the world, we are not happy with the result, but I guess you will be because you guys defeated Senegal. First game, it was a draw, but you had your win today at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup.
Yeah, big win for the USA, Yemi. 1-0 over Senegal. The goal came from Josh Sargent. This was his third goal of the tournament, so he's tied for the tournament scoring lead along with a player from France and the other player from Venezuela. They all have 3 goals. But interestingly, quick shout out for the USA goalkeeper, Jonathan Klinsmann. Now, Klinsmann might be a name familiar to your Sports Tonight viewers. Jonathan Klinsmann is the son of the German great Jurgen Klinsmann, who got the boot last year as the head coach of the U.S. men's national soccer team. So, like his father, he started out, I think, as a striker, but he's now playing goalkeeper for the U.S. Under-20 team. In terms of the table, if the USA can draw with Saudi Arabia in its final group match, I think that'll be enough for them to go through to the knockout round of 16. And Senegal is right there too, Yemi. Senegal has 3 points, so they can get through to the next round also.
All right. Before we leave football, you've seen some of the other African teams. You've talked about Senegal, Guinea, and South Africa. Your general impression. Nigeria is not here. We've forgotten that already. But the African teams.
Well, one team in particular that's doing very well in South Korea, Yemi, is Zambia. Zambia has won its first 2 matches. They looked exceptional against Iran. They came back from a 2-goal deficit with 4 goals in the second half, and so they're through to the knockout round. And I know the many football fans in Zambia are thrilled about that. So yeah, I have been impressed with Zambia at the tournament. South Africa, I believe, has lost their 2 matches so far, so they're not going to be making it through to the next round. But yeah, overall, I think right now Zambia is going to be holding the African flag high in South Korea.
All right, let's talk about the NBA. Let me quickly ask you if you're still sticking with your prediction about the finals. Is it going to be Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers? In their own conference, it's 3-1. If they win the next game, it might just be curtains for them and straight to the finals.
I still think we're going to see, for the 3rd year in a row, Yemi, a rematch between the Cavaliers and the Warriors. The Cavaliers are in Boston as we speak. The Celtics will host them early Friday morning, Nigeria time, in Game 5. The Cavaliers lead 3-1, so they can wrap that series up with a win in Boston in Game 5. Looks like LeBron James has kind of come back from a poor performance in Game 4. He had 34 points in the last game, but the star in that Game 4 victory for Cleveland was Kyrie Irving, playoff career high, 42 points for the Cavaliers. The Warriors should be well rested, Yemi. And in terms of the schedule, the NBA Finals will tip off on June 1st. And I think we're likely to see another series between the Warriors and the Cavaliers. The Warriors this time around will have Kevin Durant, so that could tip the scales in their favor. But we'll see. I still think the Cavaliers look like the team to beat in the NBA playoffs.
Well, can the Boston Celtics, can they do it? 3-1, we saw it happen with Golden State Warriors last time out. They did it in their own conference. They were trailing. They made it happen, I think, against San Antonio Spurs. They were able to do it. And I don't know, do you think Celtics can just find a way, claw their way back and, usurp the position that Cavaliers, the good position that Cavaliers are in at this moment?
Well, Yemi, you're right. The Celtics, they showed a lot of heart and a lot of spirit in this series against the Cavaliers. In Game 4, they were leading the Cavaliers by 16 points, and they were winning by 10 points at halftime. And they were establishing those leads without their all-star point guard, Isaiah Thomas, who will be out for the rest of the playoffs because of a hip injury. So, yeah, the Celtics are showing a lot of fight. But I think this 3-1 deficit is going to be a little tough for them to overcome. That said, I think the Celtics are going to be good for years to come. They have the #1 pick in the NBA draft, and they also have a lot of maneuvering in terms of their team payroll. So they're going to be able to get some top free agents in the offseason. The Celtics look like one of the top contenders in the NBA for years to come.
All right, let's switch to athletics. The Diamond League, the Prefontaine Classics, a lot of top stars will be there. Mo Farah is going to be there as well. So just take us through what's going to go down in that one.
Well, I did have a chance, Yemi, to speak with the meet director of the Prefontaine Classic, Tom Jordan, and he was telling me that there is a very strong African representation in this meet. As you mentioned, it's a Diamond League meet. It features world champions and Olympic champions. But from an African perspective, the meet director, Tom Jordan, was telling me at the end of the meet, they present the Maria Mutola Award, named in honor of the now retired Mozambican star. And Maria had a very proud history at this Prefontaine Classic. He was telling me that she won at the Prefontaine Classic. I think he told me she won the race, women's 800 meters, 16 or 17 years in a row. She was almost unbeatable. So they have named the top athlete at this competition in honor of Maria Mutola. The men's 100-meter dash will be one of the marquee races. It features the silver medalist, Justin Gatlin, and the bronze medalist, Andre DeGrasse from Canada. It does not have Usain Bolt, but the silver medalist and bronze medalist from last year's Olympics in Rio, they'll be racing in Eugene, and it's a great meet. I think we're going to see it's going to be kind of a build-up to the World Championships in London in August. And I mentioned the World Championships. Eugene will be staging the 2021 IAAF World Championships. So this is kind of a building block for Eugene, nicknamed Tracktown USA. Lots of athletic fans there in Eugene, Yemi.
All right, let's before we let you go, let's allow you to talk about Fernando Alonso. He's made that switch, and he's ambitious, wanting to just go all out and do something apart from what he's been doing in Formula One.
Ambitious indeed, Yemi. Alonso moving from the Formula One circuit, at least for this weekend, to test his driving skills in the Indianapolis 500, probably America's most famous auto race, Yemi. It's being run for the 101st time in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's a 200-lap race. It gets its name because those 200 laps will cover 500 miles. Alonso seems very confident as he makes his debut at the Indy 500. From an attendance perspective, Yemi, a huge event. They will probably have up to 300,000 fans cramming the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for Sunday's big race. So we wish Fernando Alonso luck at the Indy 500.
All right, Sonny, I want to thank you for your time on the show. Hopefully we'll do this again next week. It's always a pleasure having you around, Sonny.
Thank you, Yemi, and good luck to the channel's National Kids Cup football tournament.